Hey guys, sorry there was a bit of network connectivity issue. Yep. Hi Apsara ma'am, hi Netra, hi Pratu. Okay guys, I'm super excited about today's live session. So we have a very special person joining us today. She's been a biggest inspiration for so many people, including me. She's voiced out her opinion in so many things. Hi guys, hi. Yes, so I think today's session is definitely going to be wonderful. So today we're having a live session with none other than Apsara Reddy ma'am. So she definitely needs no introduction. Everyone knows her, and she's created so much revolution for transgender community. She's done so many social activities. She's always been there to help people in need. So let's just wait for her. 2 minutes, and I'm just waiting for more followers to join us. Yep. Hi. Okay, so if you have any questions for Apsara ma'am, please start posting it down. So I will just ask her as the live session begins. Hi Priyanka. Yes. Let's just wait for her to join. Hi ma'am. How are
How are
you?
you?
Good, good. How are you, ma'am?
Nalla Riken, how are you?
All good, all good. Thank you so much for agreeing to doing this live session today. It's a huge honor for me and for all our followers. You've been a huge inspiration to so many people. So thank you so much for joining us today, ma'am.
Thanks, Pooja, and I must apologize to you and the One Life NGO for I've been putting it away for like quite a few days. I know
No
we were supposed to
problem.
do this I think 3, 4 days ago, but I think it's been really hectic for all of us with all the
Yeah,
COVID relief. But thank you for your
absolutely.
patience and thank you for your love and thank you for inspiring me to be on here today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's totally worth the wait. Yes, so I slowly see people joining. So shall we just start the session, ma'am?
Sure.
Yeah. Uh, so my first question is, you being a journalist, how was in your early days when you stepped into all this? How was the acceptance for you, ma'am? Like, what were the challenges you faced? How did you overcome it? How did you fight it out?
I think human beings in general, when somebody makes a drastic choice, be it about
Hmm.
gender, be it about marriage, be it about career, people always want to second judge your intentions. People say, oh, she might be doing it for this reason, or they always want to attach something negative to what you're
True.
doing or the decisions you make. I think I've
Hmm.
learned that people's judgment counts very little if you have the focus and you believe in yourself. I always tell people that never stop living your dream for somebody else because eventually the world comes around. நீங்க நல்லது
True.
பண்ணாலும் தப்பா பேசுவாங்க கெட்டது பண்ணாலும் தப்பா பேசுவாங்க நம்ம பண்றது பண்ணிட்டே தான் இருக்கணும். I feel that is very important. Once we continue on that path of our own focus and we believe in ourselves and we do it honestly and with courage, the world will follow suit.
True. Very true, ma'am. So you have given speeches in so many big forums, and one such forum is you addressing in European Parliament. So how was that experience, ma'am?
uh, I actually have goosebumps even talking about it now. The European Parliament was a very nervous experience. We are not usually nervous about anything, but addressing the Parliament, the European Parliament, especially about gender issues, was very uh, nerve-wracking for me because there were so many questions and there's so many advanced ideologies about gender and sexuality abroad, and I was representing India, where even like a LGBT Pride march is questioned even now. So I had to represent India and also not speak about India in a bad way. I had to highlight the positives about India, and I
Hmm.
think I managed to make a few friends there. I think even Mr. Justin Trudeau was there, and we had like the Korean Prime
Oh,
Minister. They were visiting dignitaries as well. It was an amazing experience, and I think one thing that I took away is to be a good listener. In the European Parliament, everybody was listening to the other speaker. I think in Parliament here, people fight a lot more than listen to the other person. I think it's important to pay attention to what other people are saying. Only then can you broaden your mind and your perspectives.
True. So, how do you think is the acceptance for gender identity now in India, ma'am? Do you think it's changed, or how do you think it's
I think
happening?
visibility has grown a lot more. There's a lot more
Mm.
LGBT individuals on Instagram, on social media, on all kinds of platforms, even in public life. But I feel the acceptance is still a long way to go. People still want to feel sympathy or pity for you. Nobody wants to see you as a powerful individual who's equal. And I think for
Mm.
that, I think a long way to go. And I think we need a lot more role models and examples. And I think even the LGBT community needs to go beyond just HIV promotion or just talking about sexuality. I think we need to enter mainstream debate because the LGBT income contributes to
Mm.
the GDP of this country, the economy of this country. We're a very essential part for the commerce of this country. And I think we need to have these mainstream dialogues rather than just talk about HIV or gay marriages. And all these are, of course, very important. But I think we need to go beyond that and talk about mainstream stuff.
Mm. So you have been an inspiration to so many people, ma'am, but I would like to know who is your inspiration.
Purachittalavi, Jai Jayalalitha. Always. I always say Jayalalitha Amma is my inspiration. She's no matter which party I join, no matter which political spectrum I'm a part of, I think
Mhm.
Jayalalitha Madam has been truly an inspiration, and she will continue to be for the rest of my life.
Can you guys give us a few more details about that, ma'am, on why you look up to her
Yeah.
more?
I remember the first time I met Amma.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was very emotional because I think whenever you go in front of her the first time, you're tongue tied. I didn't know what to say. Of course, a lot of people tell you in the Mari Pace, you have to do this, and she will say this. That you're like completely prepped. But I think I just completely froze when I went in front of her, and she said, "Welcome, welcome to the party. Do good work." And she said, I said, thank you so much for making space for a woman like me. And she said, no, you are a woman. What do you mean, woman like you? Welcome, welcome to the party. And then I remember there was a personal security guard of hers who said, okay, you've spoken enough, move back a bit. And then she told him, Talla there, don't push her. And then she made me stand with her and she took a picture and it's actually documented on video as well. And then before she left the stage, she said, there will be a stampede now until my helicopter takes off. So please stay on stage. And she, in fact, instructed one of her helpers there that make sure she doesn't leave the stage till my helicopter leaves the compound. She really took care that after she came to power, then I met her at the secretariat, and she was extremely uh, curious and interested in finding out about the transgender community and how she can help the community more. She also
Mm-hmm.
spoke about why can't we have mass marriages? Like we have mass marriages for men and women. Why can't we have mass marriages for transgender women who want to get married? I'm happy to kind of facilitate that. She also spoke about education for transgender kids, where she said even if a child is very early on realizes they're transgender and they're having issues, schools must give them admission. And
Mm-hmm.
she's very progressive in her thought. And one thing I very clearly remember is I remember when I was going up to meet her on that staircase where she was on stage, and I literally froze. I couldn't even take the next step. And I remember her waving to me and saying, "Come," and almost in a joking way, "Come, come, you still have to walk a little more." So very, very fond memories.
Lovely, ma'am. Lovely. So you mentioned about the school acceptance for transgender
So a lot of people I know
community.
have joined the thing, I think.
Yeah.
Hi Anita, hi Deepak, hi Shweta. So many people I know have joined the chat. So
Okay. So yeah, your followers also get to join when we go on live. So yeah. So how was the school acceptance, ma'am, for
school
transgender
was very tough for me.
community?
Puja. School, everybody made fun of me. People said the most nastiest, cruel, harsh, baseless things. It was very, very
Mm-hmm.
difficult. But then I realized that I always was very good in my studies. I was good in what I was like. I was good at studying. I had great set of a few friends, but a great set of friends. So I always believed that there was a meaningful place for me, and
Mm-hmm.
rudeness and all this cruel stuff will go away one day. And I always believed that these hostile voices will turn into friendly voices, and they sure did.
Lovely, ma'am. So what's your take on, so you give a lot of open opinions on so many things, and I've
Hi
also
guys,
seen,
hi Shweta,
yeah.
hi Priyanka, thank you.
Yeah, so you give a lot of open opinions, and I follow you on Facebook as well, and I see few people criticizing it, and I see how you've handled it as well. So, what's your take on handling criticism and cyberbullying, ma'am?
When you are a woman,
Mm,
especially a transgender woman, and you have
mm,
strong views and you have
mm,
opinions, they are people who want to kind of fit you into boxes, and they want to, kind of put you in that place of sympathy, pity, and they want to keep you in that position. When you have an opinion that challenges theirs, when you have something, when you achieve a position that's strong and that challenges the ego, there are people who get offended by it, and they do attack you. They do there's cyberbullying, there's cyber stalking. I
mm,
have had a lot of people say uncharitable, baseless, cruel,
mm,
absolute lies on social media about me. But then I've
mm,
realized that none of that has affected my work. None of that
mm,
has affected my work in politics, my work in the media, my work with society, my family. So I think people can see through the negativity when somebody is constantly attacking somebody, when somebody only has something negative to say about somebody, when somebody is using their time only to get on social media to to bully somebody. People can make very informed judgments about the character and the quality of person the other person is. So I didn't have to do much. I think people fell into their own trap.
mm. True. Yeah. So, so being a transgender or
Hi, Minnie. Hi, Minnie Rao. Hi, Pooja Malhotra. Thank you guys for joining. And Pooja, I must tell you about my friend Pooja Malhotra. She's such an
okay.
inspiration. She's actually inspired me to start a new diet and lose about 10 kilos in this quarantine. I hope I'm going
Oh,
to get there.
lovely. So I think I should get in touch with her as well. Lose weight. Yes, ma'am. So I wanted to ask you, being a transgender or anyone part of LGBTQ community, it's really hard. So, do you think there's enough mental health awareness there, or do you think there's enough support in terms of mental health for them?
See, first of all, to be a transgender person, you need to go through gender counseling. It's not
Okay.
enough if you look beautiful and you get surgeries done and all of that anybody can do. But I think
Mm,
to think, emote, to sustain yourself like a woman, you need to believe you're a woman. You need to think like a woman. You need to, in every aspect of life, be a woman.
okay.
So I think going for gender counseling is very important. Only when they ascertain that you can think like a woman and live like a woman,
Mm,
that is when you can actually go take the hormones and go for surgery. I really feel mental health is a very important aspect because hormones also can depress you. You can have nosebleeds initially when you start hormones. You can feel suicidal. So I feel having a proper counseling session before you start anything, any step of transition is very important because it is a struggle initially. I mean, your hormones are, you're playing with your physiology. And I think it's important to get gender counseling and mental health during that whole process. I think having a support system is very important, be it friends or family. Um, I would always say, unless you really feel like a woman and you really want to live that life, don't take these drastic decisions. And my message, especially for homosexual, gay individuals, is you're fine the way you are. There's no need for you to become a woman to get acceptance. So if you're happy as a boy, remain a boy, because don't go and do all these drastic things because you
mm,
can't sustain it.
mm, mm, mm. But do you think there's enough support from mental health professionals for that, ma'am?
Hi Priya Selvaraj. Hi Sasha. Hi guys.
Yeah. So I was asking you, like, do you think there's enough mental health professional support for this? Are there enough people to support?
Hardly any mental health support for transgender individuals. We need something very strong for gender counseling in India.
Okay.
There's some talks with a few hospitals to set up a gender clinic, and I think we need to have a gender clinic, or for anybody going through mental health issues, whether it's
Mm-mm.
kids who want to run away from home. There are kids who want to run away from home. Whether it's people handling trauma after breakups, whether it's transgender men or women. I think we need to have better mental health services in our country.
So how was your family support when you opened up, ma'am, about your identity?
My mom is my hero. She's my superhero. She stood by me through it all. The one thing she said to
Lovely.
me was, I don't care what anybody has to say about it. As long as you're healthy, happy, and safe, I will stand by you. So I took her for a lot of the counseling sessions. I had a very good doctor called Usha Shriram. She became one of my closest friends. She helped me through the hormones initially, and when I went for my surgery, she was constantly in touch with me. There are a few
Mm,
people who constantly stood by me.
mm, lovely. I think the support system matters a lot, throughout the journey, right?
I
Yeah.
think
So,
support system is a great buffer because sometimes, when the whole world is saying what you're doing is wrong, when the whole world second gets your intentions, when the whole world is attaching some meaning to what you're doing, it's important to have somebody who says, you know what, no matter what you do, I'll stand by you.
Lovely, ma'am. So I'm pretty sure your entire journey must have been really hard. You must have had, extreme low dip days. So during those days, what kept you going, ma'am? What motivated you to, still fight for what you are today?
I always knew God had a meaningful place for me. I always knew God, if He's made a human being, He's given them a meaningful, respectful place in this world, and it's up to you to find that place. So என்னைக்குமே நான் வந்து சோர்ந்து போகல, நான் வந்து வருத்தப்படல. எனக்கும் ஒரு அங்கீகாரம் கிடைக்கும், நிச்சயமாக கிடைக்க வேண்டும் தான் நான் போராடினேன், அது கிடைச்சிருச்சு.
Lovely, ma'am. What you said is like something needed for everyone. So that's
Thank
lovely.
you.
So during this quarantine, ma'am, there's a lot of domestic violence and child abuse that's been recorded.
I have a question from the audience. I think Pooja Malhotra,
Yeah.
I told you earlier that Pooja is a huge inspiration for me for fitness.
Yes.
She asked me what motivates me to be a social activist. Pooja, I feel we are so privileged in so many ways. We don't know what it means to be hungry. We don't know what it means to, sleep in the same house, not knowing who's going to touch you. There's so many children who go through child abuse in their own house, who can't even sleep peacefully at night. They don't understand who's going to touch them, who's going to attack them. They live their entire life in fear. And that's what I wanted to do, to alleviate fear from the minds of children, to do away with child abuse, to get punishment for child molesters. That's something which I'm very passionate about. And when I hear the cases, when I hear these children, there's so much of innocence and a will to live this life beautifully. And I don't think anybody has a right to take it away from children. So I wanted to be an activist, especially for the child abuse cause.
Lovely, ma'am. This is a general question. So what's your take on mental health in our country? So do you think people are aware enough? Do you think people are finding help when they are in need?
My observation is that mental health, whether you're going to a counselor or it's deeper psychiatric care, it's very essential depending on what stage of mental health issues you have. But I think the stigma attached to mental health has to go. If somebody wants to go to a counselor or a psychiatrist, it's their right to go to one. And I think somebody who has the guts to ask for help is a great human being. I don't think anybody should judge them for going to a psychiatrist or a counselor or a therapist, because I feel when you go through depression, when you go through some kind of mood swings, or when you have issues, it's okay to go to somebody for you to kind of sort your mind out. And I think I'm all for more mental health awareness. I'm all for more counselors and psychologists. And I think we have Mini Rao, who's also a psychologist, on the live watching us. More power to those individuals and professionals.
There's a question for you, ma'am. Do you think the taboo around mental health in India will lessen a little in coming years?
Well, I hope so. I think it should, because I think a lot of people, especially after Corona and the economy taking a huge slump, there will be a lot more people who are depressed and don't know what to do. I think going and getting some help is very important.
So can you just give us insight about the work you've been doing?
What's your roadmap as a politician?
Yeah, roadmap as politician.
I think every politician must have a roadmap, and I definitely have a roadmap. And it's to be on the main road.
Oh, that's lovely.
I can't say more than that right now.
I love your answer. Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, what are the work you've been doing during the quarantine, ma'am?
So I've been working with transgender communities and ensuring people who don't have regular incomes and who are starving get food. We're also working with families with more than 2 people who are disabled in their family because they can't cook. So we've been working, sending groceries to them. In fact, tomorrow we're doing a massive biryani feeding session for a couple of people who, just all they get is rice and dal, right? So, and all of us are putting up these exotic dishes on Instagram. Everybody's making such great stuff and, sharing cooking stories. So I thought, why not give them a treat? So we're doing some a biryani feeding session for transgenders across Chennai tomorrow. Okay. Apart from that, we're also doing sanitary napkins. I've given away sanitary napkins as National General Secretary of Mahila Congress at Goa, at Puducherry, at in different places in Telangana, Andhra. So we've been giving away sanitary napkins. I've been monitoring those efforts. So that's what we've been doing.
Lovely, ma'am. So Dr. Mani Rao says, public speaking comes naturally to you. So how do you speak so confidently in front of so many people?
I feel every individual should tap into their voice. Your voice is the most powerful gift God can give you because you can express yourself. And I believe when God has put me in such a unique position by giving me the mind and the voice, why not express myself? So I feel every individual must be bold to talk openly and courageously and face the world boldly.
Lovely, ma'am. So how's your whole overall lockdown experience been? So what's your learning? Because a lot of people are getting into a lot of self-realization, actualization. So how has it
Mm.
been for you?
I have realized that few things actually. I've realized that all of us take our freedom and our domestic health, our so many conveniences for granted. I think this is
Hmm.
such a quality check for all of us. And second of all, I've also realized that because of Corona, I think we'll become a more hygienic and healthier society. We've learned the
Hmm.
importance of hygiene. And also, I think we've learned a very, very important lesson of, giving somebody the personal space, the social distancing. Sometimes in politics, people come right into your face. And I'm like, boss, keep some distance. I think Corona has taught these people to at least stay a little far away. And I think they understand the concept of staying far away and talking to you now.
Yes, ma'am. So I just have one last question for you. I'm not going to take more time of yours. So with your overall journey from your childhood, with whatever has happened to you, what's the biggest lesson? How do you take life as for you? Like, what is life for you?
என்னால பண்ண முடிஞ்சா யாரால வேணாலும் பண்ண முடியும். So if you have a dream, go live your dream. You don't need a godfather. I had no godfather. I had no great backing. நான் ஒரு விஷயம் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சு அதை தைரியமாக துணிச்சலாக செஞ்சேன். I feel if you believe in yourself, nothing is impossible. And I'm the biggest example of that. I made such drastic decisions in my life. I come from a very conservative South Indian family. I chose to, they wanted me to become an engineer. I got a scholarship. I went and did journalism. I
Mm.
worked with NGOs. I became a transgender woman. And I've done everything which is not prescribed in the book of so called family formulas. But here I am. And I think if you believe in yourself, you can do it. My advice to people will be தைரியமாக what you think, if you do it, the world will accept it, the world will come around. And I think you have the key to your happiness, nobody else. You have the key to your dreams and your happiness. No God can make magic happen unless you believe in the magic you can do.
That's lovely, ma'am. Like speaking to you is like a dash of positivity and so much energy. So I would like to
Thanks, Pooja.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your
God bless
time.
you and God bless a One Life NGO. And I think I'm really once again sorry for keeping you guys waiting
No
for
problem. No,
many,
no.
many days. But I really wanted to do this when I had some time. And I'm so glad I got to speak with you. And you have a beautiful smile. Continue smiling. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. Looking forward to meet you soon after all this is over and collaborate in
Definitely.
terms of mental health for the community. So I'll stay in touch, ma'am.
Definitely.
Take
Please
care,
stay in
ma'am.
touch. Take care. Bye.
Take care,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, so really hope you enjoyed today's session as much as I did. So thank you so much for joining us live. And we have a lot of other people from different professions to talk to us about what they have been doing during this quarantine and how they have been like taking care of their mental health and so many other things, which I think has inspired me. So I want all of you to also get, insights from there and get inspired and be thankful for so many things. Staying at home, we constantly keep complaining or we always say that we're bored and so many other things. But there's something more that we can do. So I have a couple of speakers lined up back to back. So just stay tuned and thank you so much for all your love and support so far. So take care, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.